Hey, y'all. So, Love During Lockup, Season 7, Episode 5. Let's go. Alright, y'all, let's jump right into it. So, we got Emily and Justin. So, Emily is under the impression that she's a content creator. Girl, you are an aspiring porn star. There is a lot of differences in that. I mean, if you want to be technical, you do have to create content to produce porn. Absolutely. However, if you go into a room and somebody asks you, what do you do? And you say content creator, I think that's very misleading. However, I think Emily is one of those people that clearly she's proud to be a porn star. So she would tell them flat out, oh, I'm a porn star. Like, girl, who the fuck aspires to be a porn star? And Emily, yes, she's still in her 20s, but she's 26, which means her frontal lobe has developed. But baby, she is still damn delusional. And the fact that she, like a lot of these mothers out here, is going on these freaking binges under the guise that, oh, I'm making money for my family. Like, you got your mother, who I don't know how old her mother is, but I know her mother has raised her child, and she probably don't want to raise another one. But I digress, because her mother does have the ability to say no. We all have choices. But I'm just tired of these moms who feel like, oh, because because I have a support system, you have to use that support system. Like, your support system is set up to support you, not freaking take your place. You know what I'm saying? If you are imprisoned, fall ill, in the army or in the military, like, okay, that is when they have to step in. But even still, that's not taking your place necessarily, because you don't have the ability to be there. Emily is a choosing participant in being a neglectful mother, and I don't give a fuck that she's making money for her son, because she talking about he loves this lifestyle. He has expensive taste, because you introduced him to that lifestyle, so you can absolutely introduce him to a more moderate lifestyle. Like, girl, bye. Just say you like being a hoe and you like being on the street. I mean, well, you like being out in this world doing whatever the hell you want to do. But when you decided to lay down, have sex, keep the baby, and then give birth, your fucking options became limited, and your priority became, or should have became, your child. Like, oh, that just pissed me off, because I wish my child would think that, oh, I done raised you, and then you want to have a baby and then go off and freaking like, come on. I promise you, her mother is upset and tired, because it's not like Emily is out here saving the fucking world. She's fucking, and she just happened to be getting paid for it. Like, get the fuck out of here. If you don't go get your fucking son and fucking forget about Justin ass, who it's so amazing how these girls on this show feel the need to be so honest with these fucking jailbirds. Like, bruh, talking about, I just feel like I have to tell him that I'm in Vegas. If you don't, how the fuck is he gonna find out? Now, let's be clear, I'm not saying lie, but it's just like, she just, again, delusion. But then she's like, well, Justin wants me to, I wouldn't give a fuck what Justin wants, because Justin ain't got nothing to say as long as he behind fucking bars. Like, how dare you even consider his opinion when he fucking living the dream off of what the fuck you do? So Justin at this point needs to keep it cute and sit his ass on mute, because Brittany and that bitch Liz clearly wasn't able to give him the type of money that Emily is. So what you really think that Justin is like, it's a threat at this point. I think it's a power play. He's trying to figure out how loyal and how much pull he got with Emily by even attempting to say, well, you're going to have to stop doing that. Bitch, bye. I will tell that dude, yeah, I don't fuck for money anymore. I'm not thinking about being a porn star. Meanwhile, as soon as that 15-minute call in, I will be busting it wide open because that's what I want to do. Because clearly that's what she want to do. That's her dreams and aspirations. And even though it's not ideal for the average person, that's what she want to do. So who the fuck is you to tell me I can't live my dreams? Like, boy, sit down. Well, he already sitting down, but it's just like, please. Like, these girls be giving these little jailbirds too much authority. Like, you are behind bars. All I gotta do is not answer the phone, block your ass, or hang up. What you gonna do? You can't do shit. Like, please. Now, moving on to Bonita Applebone. You got it going on. And, Goddess and Moo. First of all, Miss Bonita, listen, I hate her type of broads. Now, I don't remember her saying why she sold his stuff, but I do know that whatever she sold it for couldn't have been worth $17,000. Because my thing is, if you know what I'm saying, you came on hard times, rent was due, car note, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be, y'all do share a child together. If he got, expensive things and those things you can cash in on, cool. However, I just can't fool with a mofo who would do something like that behind my back. It gives very much grimy and disloyal. And as much as she want to act like she been down, bitch, you really been stabbing me in my back this whole time, because I think I'm coming home to a whole bunch of shit that ain't nowhere to be found. Not only that, you done sold it to the next nigga that I might run into. Like, are you cool? Like, so not only did you sell my shit, you put me in a possible position to go back to prison, because if I walk up on the dude at the store and I happen to see some shit that I know is only exclusive or one of a kind, or I know it got a certain thing right here, you know what I'm saying, and I know that's my shit, then I might get into an altercation and check the dude like, hey, where you get it from? You know what I'm saying? Like, that is just so unnecessary. If somebody knows if she said why she sold the stuff, please let me know in the comments. Because otherwise, that was some selfish shit. Like, at least tell the nigga. I would much rather you ask him, because it is his property. I don't give a damn. Because, you got some females that do shit off of spite. Like, oh, he left me. He went to jail. He left his stuff here. I'm about to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got some spiteful females like that. And I feel like that's how Bonita is. So that's why I can't rock with her. I'm sorry. I just can't. I'm not fucking with her moral code at all. Like, her character is flawed as fuck. I'm sorry. Diamond. I like Diamond. I said that in my last review. I really like her. But I just feel like she needs to go through this. Like, at this point, her father done warned her. Her friends, I'm sure, done told her. She see the fucking red flags, because oh boy, done already got caught up in a lie. So it's like, you see the writing on the wall and you still going forward. So at this point, you got to go through the lesson. You got to. Like, I hope you don't let him come home and really fuck your world up by having a baby by this nigga. But, yeah, I at this point, I don't want to call her a lost cause, because I do still have a little bit of hope for her. But I don't think she gonna see it until he get out. But I just hope she can get out before it's too late, because she got a lot of potential. She's a beautiful girl. And I could see she's a good girl. And how she got mixed up with him, child, who knows? But yeah. That's all I got to say about that couple. Oh, and Mumu. See, this is another reason why he needs to be with Bonita. And did y'all notice when he talks to Bonita and when he talks to Diamond, it's two different conversations? And it's not because he been rocking with Bonita and they got a kid and da-da-da-da-da. It's because he respects Diamond. He probably knows she grimy. That's why he's sweating the fact that I need my stuff, not half. But he probably already sensing what it is because he knows her type. He done rock with her for so long. He know how she is. But he the fool for even thinking that shit was sweet enough for him to leave his shit there for so long. Like, dudes are stupid. Like, if you know you're going to be doing some foul stuff, why even put yourself in that predicament where you can have a chick had an upper hand on you? Like, because at this point, let's say she didn't sell his stuff. And he come out and he find out that, or excuse me, he come out and she find out that he been messing with old girl the whole time. Your stuff's still at my house. You think it's gonna be the same when you get here? Like, why? Why do dudes do that? Why? I don't get it. But yeah. But Mumu, like the fact that he like, I'm gonna go to my mama's house. It gives, get off the titty already. And his mama is clearly, like I said in previous reviews, she is the enabler. Like, I'm gonna move on because, yeah. Alright, so, who we on? Oh, Aisha and Michael. Aisha and Michael. Man, listen. I'm gonna tell y'all. I honestly cannot figure out if this is real or not, because I go every episode that they own, I really be trying to figure out, is this shit real? Because it's like, damn, I don't get it because it's like, now you want to do all the fucking investigating. Where was your investigation skills before you got into this debacle? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, girl. But I've come to the conclusion in this episode, and child, it might change by the end of the season again. But in this episode, I think it's somewhat real, sprinkled with a little scripting. Because I think Aisha may be a little bit mentally delayed, and I'm not trying to be funny. I only say that because this episode, I did see that she has like barrettes in her hair. And given the fact that she's over 50 with barrettes in her hair, and I'm not talking about like, you know how when we get the crochet braids or whatever, or just braids in general, we might put like the hair accessories. No, these look like actual barrettes. And then, you know, her emotional support doll. So it's kind of like, I almost feel like maybe because she is mentally delayed, allegedly, that might be why this is coming off as like, what the fuck? Like, are you serious? But again, I don't know this to be a fact. That's just the conclusion I'm coming to in this episode. Because listen to how they talking on the phone. It's like, it just doesn't sound like somebody she's been talking to. It sounds like somebody they just threw in there. They gave him something to read. They gave her something to read. And they just kind of trying to go from that. Because the fact that you didn't know his real name was pronounced Michael this whole time, it's just so much. And then, like, again, I am so not understanding why she didn't use those same investigative skills before we got here. Like, and then when she went to go see the DA person, her response to the information gave me two things. One, she wasn't hearing what she should have heard, because the DA was being blunt and very straightforward, and I rock with that, because shoot it to me straight, because I don't know what the hell this man actually did. I just met him, you know what I'm saying? But she riding hard for him, so it's like she like, well, some things you see on paper you can't tell the whole story. I agree with that. I will say, you know, when you see some things on paper, you can't make such a fast judgment based off of that. Sometimes you need the background, you need the context. I get that completely. But this lady is telling you what it is. Like, even if you don't have the context, this mofo got 4 pages of just traffic violations. Like, girl, who the hell in their right mind got that many traffic violations that's on the up and up? You know what I'm saying? And then she proceeds to tell her all the other charges, and like she trying to tell Aisha what it is without saying flat out, girl, you a damn fool if you believe him. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if you notice at the end, she like, well, there is still hope. Like, because you could see in Aisha's eyes, like she was definitely starting to feel defeated. But girl, if anything, you should feel like a damn fool. And on the flip side of that, have a little bit more relief. Like, okay, now I have the facts. Now I can go from that. Which you should have had, again, long time ago. But I digress. But the fact that she telling him what the DA said, like, the conversation just was very, very off. He just sounded very, like, cavalier and, like, disconnected, and she just sounded very scripted. It was very cringy to watch. And then her friend just sitting there looking like a damn fool with that crooked ass smile. Like, why are you here at this point? Because if you're gonna be my fucking friend, I'm gonna need you to fucking shoot it to me straight. Don't appease my feelings. Tell me what the hell I need to hear. If I'm, you know what I'm saying? If you think I'm being a damn fool, tell me. That's how friendships work. Real friendships, like, don't tell me, oh, woo, woo, woo. No, fuck the woo, woo, woo. What's really going on? Am I tripping? Yeah, girl, you tripping. Okay, what you think I should do? Bitch, leave him. What do you mean? Like, you are 54. You in the prime of your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the time where you should be thinking about retirement, thinking about the places you want to travel, you know, just living your best life. Like, you fucking dealing with a dude that's about to be in prison forever, potentially. Like, come on, bro. Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. And then she's talking about he has he could get out in 2 years. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Now, my thing is, if you gonna rock with him to the point where it's like, okay, well, you know what? I'ma do me. I might answer your calls from time to time if I have time. I might throw you a couple of dollars on your books from time to time if I got extra. And if you get out, you know, we can explore that then. But in the meantime, I'm doing me. Now, if she gonna move like that, okay, cool. But if she gonna move solely under the guise that this is my man, and I don't see nobody else, and I'm sticking to him because that's my man, and I hope and pray that he get out and see, like, yeah, you a damn fool, and you deserve everything that comes from that. Because, girl, be fucking for real. You don't have to be with him. Like, I understand it's hard to walk away from somebody that you've grown used to, but it should be easier when you don't got no ties to this mofo. Not to mention that y'all really haven't even, it don't even sound like y'all been talking about, I haven't talked to him in a week and we were, who the fuck is we? Who is we? Who is we? Cause you the one that's talking to him. Who the hell is we? But anywho, yeah, I just, he like, I don't know nothing about that. Sir, you're already in prison. Like, they already got you for the crime. You can be honest and say, yeah, they came and raided my shit. Like, come on. Like, talking about some I'm being held against. Who has he been talking to? Those fucking jailhouse lawyers got him sounding stupid, talking about I'm being held against my 14th Amendment rights. Boy, sit down. Talking about I had a fucked up lawyer. Of course you did, because he was a public defender. Of course you did. Like, oh my God. It's just crazy. I just hope he doesn't, like, turn this into something like, well, because he keeps talking about this 14th Amendment. Like, I hope he's not one of those that uses Aisha to, like, spend all this money on a lawyer only for the outcome to be inevitably the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, but she's 54. She's 50 fucking 4, y'all. The sympathy for me is gone. I'm so sorry about it. I just don't have it in me. I'm sorry. We're moving on. All right, y'all. So we have made it to the final couple, Miss Monique and Titus. Now, I'm going to try to give Miss Monique some grace in this review, only because I can empathize with her situation. I cannot imagine the pain it feels to lose a child. I truly cannot. I don't wish that on my worst enemy. So with that said, I feel like she has been very guarded, so she thinks, but not enough, if that makes sense. Like, she's been guarded, but not vigilant. She's been guarded, but not aware. She's been guarded, but not discerning, if that makes sense. And I say that because she has still gone from one abusive relationship in which, unfortunately, she lost her child in, to the next abusive relationship, to the next. She's currently in an abusive relationship. But see, what Monique doesn't see, because she hasn't been vigilant and aware in these relationships, is that although they are not the same type of abuse, they are still abusive. So with that, I feel like Monique's least concern should be another relationship. I truly think, and we all know this is not going to happen until Monique is ready. I'm just saying this just to have it said. But I think the biggest thing for Monique to do, and I know a lot of people would agree and have agreed, is cut her losses with this relationship and truly, like, seriously focus on herself. And that would include some serious therapy, because she still has trauma wounds that may not ever go away. Because let's be honest, when you take that kind of loss, that's a wound that probably will never heal. So although it's a wound that probably will never heal, she needs to be able to understand how to cope with it and recognize what triggers it, so she doesn't continue to make the bad choices that she has been making when it comes to her picking these terrible men for her. I think she lacks a lot of self-worth. And I think that was before she got into the relationship with the guy that she had a kid with. I think because she is I don't know if they are twins or because they all look alike. So I think her two sisters are the twins, and then she's the third. Well, however that dynamic is, I think her childhood, because it's three of them and they seem very close in age if they're not twins or triplets, she may have been neglected or felt not as loved as the other two. And I think because of that, because let's be honest, when you grow up in a household with multiple siblings, somebody is going to be missing the end of the stick. And not necessarily because the parents are doing that intentionally, because we as parents don't even know sometimes that, one child needs just a little bit more. You might give everybody 15 minutes of you time. You know what I'm saying? Just me and you. But you may not recognize that one child needs 16 minutes. You feel what I'm saying? And so we go through life and grow up and realize that, damn, if I would have got that extra minute alone, maybe my path or my outcome or my choices would have been different. And I think that is why she has been making these choices. You know what I'm saying? And let's be honest and let's be clear, please. I am not saying that she chose to be in an abusive relationship, because who chooses that? However, what I am saying is sometimes, not all the time, because some abusers hide it very well, but sometimes there are telltale signs of whether or not this person has the potential to be an abuser. And there are telltale signs of whether or not a person is just a fucking flat out abuser. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that was the case in her situation, but if it was, I don't think she would have knew or cared because of how much she lacks self-worth. Now, the fact that Titus sent his minion, because that's what he is at this point, like, bruh, you got a whole baby mama that you trying to get out and go home to. Why the fuck do you got your minion checking for Monique and you know why you blocked? And then Monique folded so easy, in my opinion. She like, do you love me or do you have love for me? Because you need to, girl, you did that for the camera. Because I promise you, if he would have just said, I got love for you, and the cameras wasn't rolling, you would have been like, okay, you unblocked. Now, I don't think she making no damn appointment to go see him at the jail, because I think Monique is very much like, she one of those people that I think has social anxiety. Like, she cool with the one-on-one, maybe a little kickback, but when it comes to like a whole open environment where all these eyes is on me and it's too much going on, like, I just think she gets overstimulated. And the fact that she probably has, I can't say it for certain, but she moves like she has low self-esteem. I think that she just doesn't want to feel judged. And it's like, y'all video calls, so it's not too much different in person. Like, what are you trying to avoid by not seeing him? So that's all I can come to the conclusion. Like, she just doesn't like that social, like, aspect of going to see him like that. And then, let's be honest, it's a fucking hassle. I ain't gonna hold you. It is a hassle visiting an inmate. It truly is. So I get that, but on the flip side, don't tell me you coming to see me and you don't. Like, that's all those guys have. You know what I'm saying? So if you told the dude you was gonna see him, go see him. It ain't gotta be every month, every week, like, however. But at least go see the man once. And you done moved across the states for him. The least you could do is, you know what I'm saying, go a couple of hours and go see the man, like, so he could stop bringing the shit up. That's what would be my motivation. Like, let me go ahead and see this nigga so he stopped talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl. But yeah, I'm curious to see how this plays out. And then let's get back to the minion real quick. So my question is, do his friend gotta know about the baby mama. But it's like, I feel a way because it's like, yeah, you got loyalty to your friend, but you also have a fucking conscience, and you should have a good moral compass to be like, man, listen, what y'all got going on ain't got nothing to do with me, especially she don't know about old girl. Like, I don't know. I guess I'm built different because I just can't be up in somebody's face knowing that they doing that person wrong. Like, it just ain't gonna sit well with me. I'm not about to let nobody mess up my sleep. Like, especially if it ain't got nothing to me do with me. Like, nah, y'all gonna hear with all that. But it's so crazy because I thought her and old boy had a little bit of chemistry. So I'm like, let's see how that play out. But now I'm like, nope, all of them gotta go. Like, nope. So I don't know, y'all. We'll see what happens, but yeah, that's all I got for y'all. That was I always say love after, child. Anywho, love during Lockup season 7. I think this was episode 5. Let me know what y'all thought about the episode in general in the comments. If you have made it this far, please subscribe to my channel because clearly you like my content. And if you haven't already, like the video. And I think that's it. So, with that being said, until the next time, y'all, be safe.